Oh gosh, I feel like so many of my projects right now are in progress. So it's hard to say that I've got like this win and like, oh, I do think that the case study, just the really hyper focused on informational, low competition keywords, I think that's going really well and I'm really excited about it. But so much else right now is in progress. Like that's the thing in the beginning, it's so hard to come across really big wins, right? The ones where you say, this is motivating, this is what's going to keep me going, and I'm going to go to sleep thinking about this to get fired up to go to work in the next morning. In the beginning, there just aren't a lot of those things. Like I don't have a ton where I can come in and say, yeah, I'm super proud of that, and this really worked. Like right now, I think what I'm working on is working, but I don't feel like I've gotten to a point where I can say, yeah, like win, like like getting my case study to $100 a month just with ad revenue, like that felt like a big win. To take it from earning just a couple dollars with AdSense and then moving it over to Ezoic and having it bumped up to $100 a month, like that felt like a win, right? Like that was a good decision, like that was a good risk. Tried something new and then it did like 25 times the revenue in a month. It wasn't quite that, it was like 4 times. I think it was making between 25 and $30 a month, and then it bumped to just over $100 a month in ad revenue. Like that felt really good. But in the scheme of things, like the big guys are like $100 a month, like what else?
It's really good. That's just one day out drinking. So, um,
I think of it like a step, though. It's a step to
yes,
where I want to go.
yeah, and I will fill in some things for you. So, and that sounds normal, by the way, where you're like, you know what? There's no like home runs, but you have a site that you started from scratch that's getting what, like 800 visitors a day. Is that what you said?
Not quite. That's Ron. Mine is 600 and some.
600. So 600 visitors a day, which is really good. You're within stone's throw, very close to 1,000 visitors a day, and it's just over a year old at this point. Is that right?
10 months.
10 months. Word on the street is sometimes there's a second sandbox at 12 months. And if you kicked off like work again, I wouldn't be surprised if you got some more traffic, once you hit the 12-month period, 13 months, something like that. So,
So you see a sandbox before 12 months or after, or like right at?
right at 12 months, I think.
Because I definitely did notice the Google algorithm change that they announced in mid-January, like around the 11th, 12th, 13th. Like I definitely saw a dip for 2 or 3 days there, and then it's slowly been coming back up. And I don't know if it's because of content or just sort of the waves like riding out.
Gotcha. And yeah, I wouldn't, with the more frequent algorithm updates, it is a little harder to decipher. But it may coincide with like the 1 year point as well, where it's like another algorithm update
Yeah.
comes, the site's 1 year old, and then you're like, oh wow, there's more. But usually, like most things, the more work you've been putting into it, like the more that compounds, and then when you come out of those sandboxes, 6 and 12 months, good things usually happen. So. And yeah, so there's that. I think that's going well for you. And then you're talking to me now for a YouTube video and the podcast. So I'd say your YouTube channel is paying off. There's a lot of people that are watching your videos, and that's, why we're talking. So that's going good, I think.
You're saying I'm doing it?
You're doing it. The problem is it never feels like it. It never feels like it. So no,
So I mean, it's like when you're like you have what 17,000 subscribers and you have all your stuff. Like, do you feel like you've made it?
no, it never, yeah, it never goes away. It's like, it's fine, but it's the, just the human, the human spirit that continually adapts. And, it's good. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the people that listen and or watch, but, yeah, it doesn't hit me until, I've been trying to teach a few sessions at the co-working space here. And I thought 2 or 3 people were going to show up for my SEO talk. And there were like 12 in the middle of the day, and people drove from, kind of far away to check it out. And I was like, oh, wow, I had no clue